Hello, I'm Princess Serena, not Princess Serena, and today I'm going to show you part 2 of my Pixar collection. I already showed you the first 3 movies on there. If you haven't checked that video out, I'll link it above and below. So that leaves my Ratatouille, Inside Out, and Coco collections I'm going to show you now. So without further ado, let's get into it. Starting at the top of the bottom half over here, we have one of my favorite Ratatouille pins. It's so cute with Remy's brother in cheese shaped as the Eiffel Tower, and then it says, "Say cheese!" Amazing. It's from Disneyland Paris. Then we have Chef Skinner. There's a whole set of villains with this glow-in-the-dark element, but this one's my favorite. I just like how detailed it is with the pots and pans and the forks and everything. And it just really captures his character, you know? This glows like a ton. It's really cool. Then over here we got the whole gang from a Paris booster set. I actually traded / bought for these all separately. They're actually not the easiest to find. There is a Remy in the set, but I'm not overly concerned about finding him because most of my pins are of Remy. I don't know if this is the order of what it looks like on the booster pack, but I like them like this because, you know, he's waving high, like in love with her. She's whipping that boy into shape. And then, of course, we have Chef Skinner not even looking at them in the eye. This is in the middle of my Pixar board. It's an LE300 9-piece marquee set. It has every single original Pixar film up until when this was made in 2013. Except for Ratatouille, which is why I put it right in between all the Ratatouille pins just to get some representation in there. Like, if you could just replace Brave with Ratatouille, this pin would be perfect. We have Boo and Heimlich just sticking out. And then we have the alien and Doug sticking out. And it's like they're all at the movies with the drinks and the popcorn. Then moving along over here, I have the hide and squeak pins. I have 7 of the 12. And when you have all of them, it makes up all the ingredients of Ratatouille, which is super cool. Remy from the Pixar puzzle piece set. Then we have Remy at the Epcot International Food and Wine Festival. What better pin to have than Remy himself, because he actually is a chef. Then I got these Tsum Tsums actually in my first ever mystery bag opening, which was amazing. I not only got 1, but 2, because they were my #1 picks for sure. From this set, I actually got 2 of the Bugs Life Tsum Tsums that I have as well from this pull, which was amazing. 4 out of the 5 pins that I got, I wanted to keep, and then I traded for the other Bugs Life Tsum Tsum, and then there you go, I have the 5 I wanted. It was a pretty lucky mystery unboxing. And then we got the Loungefly Remy. This one, I feel like it's the most different out of the 2 variations. Like, Remy here is smiling and there's no buck teeth, but in the Disney one he actually does have buck teeth. And the other one looks great in his Alien Remix family. Then we got Antoine PTD. I was super excited to snag this in my Canadian pin trading group a couple months ago. And it was my first PTD, my only one right now, but I just secured the Wally one. I'm super excited. I'll show that off in a pin mail or a Wally update video. Don't know if he's on any other pins, to be honest, but I love getting obscure characters that aren't usually on pins because it makes the collection feel more complete. Then we got a classic OE Remy one here, looking cute. Moving along to my Inside Out pins. This one was from a booster set available at the Disney store. I usually don't like the ones that are like trying to be relatable within the times, like mood or like hashtag this, but like sadness is a mood. Like, I had to get this one. This one I accept. And then Joy has to drag her everywhere. Like, sadness, favorite character in Inside Out, hands down. It moves. This little dial here to anger or fear or sad or disgust, and then back to joy. Then we got anger. It is almost a carbon copy to the Disney one. It's gosh darn cute, and it's on a different board, so it's okay. Then we have the El Capitan Theater Inside Out movie ticket. It's an LE750. You had to have gone to the premiere of the movie in Hollywood to get this pin. I love the detail of the ticket. I have to, like most pins that open, I display closed, but this one I have to display open or you won't even know it's an inside out pin. Emit one, and then it says enjoy the show. And then you could just close it like so. I had the whole booster pack, but decided again, Sadness is my favorite, and it was the cutest of the booster pack, so I decided just to keep her. It's an LE3000, and I actually put it intentionally under the marquee because Inside Out didn't come out yet, and it says Inside Out, and they all say the respective movies, so it represents Inside Out there. Then we have Blazing Hot Sauce Anger. I love all the anger puns, which you'll see in a few more pins. I have another one. And then we have a fantasy pin. Again, another mood one. And it's kind of a mesh between the Today I'm Feeling and then the mood sadness pin. But yeah, it's cool because it's like the faces within the color. Like you don't see the outline of the face. Another fantasy pin, which I adore because it just represents a core, part of the movie because you need sadness in order to be happy. Inside Out 5th anniversary. It's wild for me to think that it's already 5 years old and it's like old enough to celebrate any anniversary. And then I really like these two displayed together because it's joy holding a core memory in both. And then we have Bing Bong joining the gang right here. And then this is what I'm talking about. Main Street popcorn, and then he's just so angry that he's popping the popcorn. Moving along to my final movie, I have Coco. I find the design of Coco pins so stunning. You got the music note, you got the guitars, and all the colors, and it's just super pretty. Then I love this booster set. It shows all the characters. And this came from a Disney Store booster set, which I ended up only keeping 3 out of the 4. And the skulls are actually glow in the dark. And then this one, again, I intentionally put right under the Inside Out one to be right under the marquee, just to have a representation of all the Pixar movies that I collect, / a few other ones on here as well. Then moving back in here, I have Coco herself. And it's interesting, it's called Coco, and there's not that many Coco pins. I mean, you can argue she's not a main character, of course, but she is a huge part of the movie, and it connects the whole movie together. And this is part of a mystery box, but this is really the only one I wanted. Another skull. This one completely glows in the dark. It's pretty cool. These two are also from the booster set that the guitar is from as well. And then this is part of a Paris booster set, I believe. I know it's not from America. And then there's Miguel and Dante again. I absolutely adore these fantasy pins. Just to put them in perspective, like, they are huge in comparison to the rest of the pins on here. If I put these anywhere near the El Capitan marquee pin, it would definitely overpower it. So I wanted to put it as far as possible. I put it in the corner too to understate it a little bit. I have these 6 pins, which I've wanted for so long. I managed to get one of them in Canada. If you're not familiar with these, you're probably wondering they're Hidden Mickey. Why are they so hard to find? It's because they're actually from Hong Kong Disney. I traded / bought for the rest of them from a girl in Hong Kong, and believe it or not, her family lived in Canada, so it was perfect. I got to ship to Canada, and I was like, okay, cool, what's your address? And they lived like 15 minutes from me. What are the odds? I'm just further proving the point to Americans, like, oh, I know John from Canada. Do you know John from Canada? And there's literally, like, Canada is bigger than States, just not as populated. But yeah, she literally lived like 15 minutes from me. And I just love the design of these. They're stunning. I love the silhouette. I love how artistic they feel. And I love this one. Like, for an open edition, a pretty common one, it's really pretty. Remember me, and you have Miguel in a skeleton form. Here's a quick overview of the pins I showed, as well as the pins I showed you last video. That brings us to the end of my Pixar collection. I hope you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, please subscribe for more pin content from me every Tuesday. I have an uploading schedule now, how exciting. And I would love to know your favorite pin that I showed today in the comments below, and what your favorite movie out of the 3 I showed. Mine is Inside Out, which is my second favorite Pixar movie of all time, next to WALL-E, of course. It gets its own board. And as always, take care of yourselves and have a magical day. Bye.